Alright, simple intro. 7 most useful pieces of gear that I have under $50. Roll the intro. What's up, everybody? It's Cassie Joe here, and today I want to talk about cheap gear that can last you through your entire content creation career. Like, gear is expensive, and once you get the ball rolling trying to create more stuff with bigger budgets and higher qualities, well, your wallet spontaneously combusts at some point. Just like mine did when I bought the new camera that I'm using right now, the Sony a7 III, I'm still hurting on that one. So if you could, give the video a like and subscribe, maybe become a member of the channel to support me financially, that would be awesome in supporting what we do here. But honestly, out of all that fancy gear, some of the most useful things that I own and that I've picked up over the last couple of years have been something that costs maybe $7, and how it can be extremely vital to how I produce my content. All right, number one, I'm always going on about lighting, how it can make your personality pop, and how it can let you do amazing things in the future if you decide to do video production full time. Literally every creator needs one of these. They're $50, and for the size and price, they're surprisingly good quality. You get several color modes. They're like little party lights, and these things can be insanely useful. They come in all 7 standard RGB colors. Let me cycle through them right now. All the standard RGB colors, and they even got a separate mode. Look at this, cop lights. I'm all here for this. You can pick them up on Amazon for around $50. Link in the video description. All of the links today are going to be down below. So if you want to check those out, they are affiliate links, so I get a little bit of a kickback if you decide to support me by using them. While Aperture does have a little light about this size, it's got magnets on it, it can stick to anywhere, it's double the price. So if that's in your budget, go for it. I'll link it below as well. But for the size and price, I'm really happy with this thing, and it's definitely living in my camera bag from now on. In the age of TikToks and Twitter fleets, we're using our phones to produce content just as much as our computers. So having a good mounting mechanism for your phones is very important. This is the best phone mount I have ever found. It's by a brand called Alone, and it's only $7 on Amazon. They have several tripod mounting points on them. I've rigged the bottom plate with one of my Arca Swiss mounting plates so I can just throw it on my tripod, throw it on a C-stand, throw it wherever I have those little plates like what I have over here, and just use it freely. The thing that makes these better than any other of those little phone clamps you get is a lot of them are made out of this cheap plastic, and they hold your phone with spring tension. And I don't know about you guys, but I've broken at least 8 of these things from just the force of pulling on it to put my phone in it, and over the last year when I started doing TikTok. This one is really great because I just slot my phone in it, tighten the screw down, and it's secure. Super awesome. I haven't broken one of these, and I own 4 of them just so I don't have to move them around. Or if I lose them, I always keep one in my camera bag. I keep one in my duffel bag. I take those things with me everywhere. They're super useful. All right, number 3. So this one isn't techie in any way, and maybe I should do a separate video on rigging hardware for content creators, but you can't go wrong with a couple pony clips. I have a bunch of these hanging around just to mount facades or packing blankets, or I even use it as a headphone stand occasionally. They're super useful. They come in a variety of colors for not a lot of money. I'll link a 24-pack for $30 below the really nice heavy-duty steel ones if you're interested in that. 4th is a white balance card, and I've talked about these things a lot in the past, but this is really important to upping your video quality. It has both a middle gray and a white side, and just having balanced video and balanced colors just kind of conveys a sense that you know what you're doing. No viewer is going to come into your stream and be like, ah, yes, they have a white balanced camera. I can clearly see that, so I will watch them and only them. But there's something to be said about your skin tones looking natural and you not looking green and sick. This can help you fix those problems just by setting a custom white balance to your camera, and it goes a long way in your post-production process too if you're also into YouTube like I am. It's all about providing higher quality for the viewer, even if they don't notice the little details. One of these things is only 15 bucks, so there's no reason not to get one and up your video production quality today. Number 5 is packing blankets. I always get people asking me about soundproofing and how they can improve the quality of their audio in their rooms. They got a lot of echo, they got a lot of reverb. And a lot of people, I'm just gonna rip this right off the wall, I almost got hit with a pin. I use these because they're decorative and they help a little bit, but they're not the end-all be-all like people think they are. These cheap sound panels you get on Amazon that are only an inch thick, they don't really do a lot, and people don't cover them in the right places, so just having a strip of them on a wall doesn't do anything. I put them in corners to reduce corner reverberation, but realistically, this isn't what you need. What you need is either a fully sound-treated room or sound blankets. Sound blankets in and of themselves can cost $100 per blanket. My solution to that is instead of using professional sound blankets, I'm going to pick up a pack of 20 of these packing blankets for about $30 over on Amazon and use these instead. You just got to double layer them, stick them to a C-stand, stick them to the wall, do whatever you want to them. These make for great amateur audio dampening, and they cost significantly less than these cheap foam panels that really don't give you enough to cover anything. Also, they make great blankets. They're Winston approved. He sleeps on that one back there all of the time. All right, next up is, this is number 6, I think. Number 6, Manfrotto friction arms. This video is half scripted if you're wondering, like, wow, she seems more energetic than the scripted videos. This video is half scripted. I'm trying to figure out how to do this format a little bit better. Number 6 is these Manfrotto friction arms. They range anywhere from like 50 to 100 bucks. I have a wide variety of different kinds depending on like the cost and sales. I have the camera on one right now. And these are probably the most expensive thing in this entire video, but they're worth their weight in gold. I would show you the cheap version, but I do not know where they are currently. But the little $20 ones just don't quite hold up. They don't have the weight rating to hold a bigger camera like the Sony with the teleprompter on it and the microphone. So I don't really recommend those, but I'll put a link to them in the video description if like that's more your jam. But these things are $50, worth every freaking penny. I use them to mount various different cameras onto my desks or clamp them to other lighting arms to give myself like a flag. They're just so useful to have around whenever you need to rig something up. In line with the friction arms are these little Mafer clamps. You can pick up one of these for $28. I know they're super expensive per capita, but they're super useful. You slide them right into the rigging arm. They just pop in there. You screw them down, and now you got a really cool super clamp. That's what the other thing people call them, super clamps. And you can stick this to a pipe. You can stick this to the edge of the desk. I actually use one of these as a headphone mounting stand right now for my headphones instead of a pony clip. Let me put this back where it goes. They got a little twisty handle that you can tighten, untighten them, or you can manually do it with the Allen key. I love these things. They're useful for clamping things down, for headphone stands, for everything. I cannot recommend them enough. Linked in the video description. What's your guys' most useful, cheap thing that you absolutely need for content creation? I would love to do another video of this, so leave your suggestion in the comments below and I will check them out and review, like, show them off on stream. But that's it for me today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, consider liking and subscribing. Join the community Discord linked below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go save a bunch of animals from being turned into robots by a mad scientist.